Hello, Susanna here, your spiritual guidance counselor and angel intuitive. Subject today is very powerful, very important, and very personal, I think, as well, for all of us. And that's about feeling. We're spiritual beings here to have this human experience, and one of the most amazing and powerful aspects of being human is the physical aspect. Because in spirit realm, we're spirit, we're energy. Here, we're still a spiritual being inside the human form, but we're still here to have a spiritual experience, but also the human physical, tactile experience and the emotional experience. Because on the other side, everything is perfect, hunky-dory, super happy, wonderful all the time. We're in pure bliss and joy all the time. And here we get the opportunity, I will say, to experience the roller coaster of emotions, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Ecstatic joy and debilitating depression and sadness, and grieving and everything in between again. And it's funny, the fact that we're here to have this experience, and so many humans choose to suppress or avoid their emotions and their feelings and sensations, because it can be painful, and we don't want that pain, or we get tired we get tired of the pain, and it's draining and exhausting, and it's no fun, basically, right? So remembering, and Lucy's here helping out. She's playing with the butterflies. She only chases the shadows, but we suppress our feelings, and we're afraid. A lot of us have a fear of feeling deep emotion or deep pain or even joy. Many of us are afraid of joy and happiness. It's the whole fear of failure, fear of success aspect. So in understanding that and knowing that it is okay and it's safe to feel and to be vulnerable and to open up our hearts and allow people and situations into our world, there's so many beautiful aspects that go with the risk of being vulnerable. I have many clients. The number one question in a session usually is about relationship or finding their soulmate, soul partner, twin flame, whatever you choose to call it. And so many of us are afraid to open up enough to bring someone in, or to take that risk of trying someone out, to give them the benefit. And then it's knowing when to let go and release them. And we don't need to shut down. It's just let them go, re-clear the space to allow someone more perfect in, okay? And everything is an experience, so we look at it that way. So again, going back to the fact that so many people choose to shut down their emotions or hide from them or avoid them. Yet, ironically, what do we turn around and do? We shut down and we choose to be numb, but then we turn around and we watch a sad movie just so we can feel and we can get into the characters and feel what they're feeling, right? Or we turn on a favorite song that stirs all these emotions and brings it to the surface again to either make us feel love and remembering positive things, or to really get in touch with our deep sadness and release those emotions and have a good cry or whatever, right? So in that dynamic, it's interesting how we will go out of our way to feel when all we have to do is just allow it in. Just feel. Allow ourselves to go through the process. It is, many times it is a grieving process. My baby over there. And we don't like to grieve. We don't like pain. No one really likes pain. However, then they correct me. They come in, and I can't think of the song right now, but it's a good one. It's a good one. But one of the lines in the song is, "I'd rather feel pain than nothing at all." And a lot of people are that way. Some people invite negative situations, negative people, relationships into their world just so that they can feel, because they've shut themselves down so far that they no longer feel. So even feeling pain is preferable to numbness. Many people, sadly, who get involved in physically abusive relationships, they feel like, well, at least I'm getting attention. Even if it's physical abuse, I'm getting some kind of acknowledgement, and this person's paying attention to me, even if it's horrible. And that's the sad aspect. So, but again, we're human. We have choice, and some of us choose the hard way. But then once we learn that lesson and move forward, so much more powerful. And once we get past that, nothing can stop us. Yet, if we would just open up to emotions, our emotions and our heart, and all of our chakras, get them all involved, and all of our senses, the world would be so much better, because we wouldn't have anything all pent up. Because that's yet another thing, when we suppress our emotions, our feelings, our senses, it builds, and it eventually explodes, either in anger, outrage, or disease and illness. So, because it will literally eat us up. So we have to release and speak our truth, even if, and I don't mean getting out and screaming at people and tossing your opinion around. It's about acknowledging your feelings and speaking up. If someone hurts you, acknowledge that. And there are ways, obviously, to do that are calmer and more peaceful and more productive and effective. So, instead of saying, oh, wow, you just really pissed me off and you suck, it's, wow, that really didn't feel good to me. The way you worded that, or your tone, really was painful for me. And acknowledge that, because sometimes the other person doesn't even realize what they're doing and how it's affecting you. And sometimes they just don't care. But in taking your power and stepping up and acknowledging that, that's self-respect. And that's self-awareness. Also, in the physical realm, many of us are afraid of physical touch. And again, this is a physical realm, And I say physical because, those of you that know quantum mechanics, you've seen What the Bleep and all that stuff. You talk about, you zoom in enough with magnifying glass or microscope, whatever, and then we really are nothing. But for the sake of this video, and most people do believe this is a physical realm that we're existing in. So physical contact is important. Humans need physical attention. What is it? Hugs do heal. Just a few seconds of a caring hug heals depression almost instantly. They did studies years ago, decades ago, on babies that were held and that weren't. And the ones that were held thrived. Those that didn't, most didn't make it, or they suffered greatly. So physical attention is very important, and many people are afraid of that because they feel uncomfortable, they feel vulnerable, they feel maybe taken advantage of, or in many cases, we're just self-conscious. We think, oh, don't look at me. Especially women have body issues, and we really need to get past that. I won't say should, coulda, woulda. It's finding that understanding in ourselves that we are divine. Everything about us is divine. So many people choose to say nobody's perfect. Well, we are. We're perfect creations of the Creator, and we are our perfect self. I'm the perfect me, you're the perfect you. My little Lou's the perfect Lou, running around. And, we're perfectly imperfect is what I always like to say. And we have choice, we can change and shift, and that's the beauty of it. We're all different for a reason. And it's learning to appreciate ourselves and not be afraid of who we are, and not be afraid to express who we are, and enjoy this life. I mean, we're here for as long as we're here. We might as well make the most of it, right? And find the joy in every aspect of this physical existence until we are blessed to be back in spirit again and have that connection. And we can have that here as well, and in appreciating and grasping onto every aspect of this existence, we are taking advantage of our spiritual selves as well. So we're allowing the spirit to lead by going along with how things are meant to be here. And I say that in meant to be in that we are here to take charge of our existence. And it's not just, everyone says we're here to learn, this is a school. It's bigger than that. And as they always say, and I've said this before, the biggest secret that we're here to learn is that we're supposed to be ourselves, be the beings that we were created to be our spiritual selves, and allow the spirit to lead and take the body with it. And in doing so, everything gets easier and better. So, in conclusion, I know this is getting a little long. This is a deep one. This one could go several rounds, several different parts to this on the different levels. But most important thing to remember with this is embrace the physical, embrace your emotion, embrace the human aspect. Again, while we're here, we might as well enjoy it. So make the most of it and appreciate your beautiful human specimen. Feel it, touch it, love it, and embrace the emotions and everything that you feel in every aspect of your being. Allow yourself to be vulnerable and open to allow love in. Don't fear love, don't fear loss. Because with it all, everything comes full circle. And focus on the love. And enjoy this life. Make the most of it. And keep it up. And don't forget it. Don't let anyone else get you down. And Lucy wants to say hi. She's embracing it. She loves the touch. Yes. So enjoy this human realm and make the most of it. Have a beautiful day.